was born a baby. Ask my mum, she was there. Why do you have my mum's number? I'm here to breathe manually with you all. Why would you say this? Look over there, that lake is full of colours. Whoa. Looks really pretty over there. Let's go take a look. Come forth, O child untainted. Yo, lunar chariot. I've seen this one ride the silver ship. A colourful bubble affected by Archeoloon energy, large enough to hold an adventurer. The bubble starts rising after you wait inside for a while, and when it breaks, you'll be launched upward. The surface of the bubble pool will produce floating ooze when excited by Archeoloon energy. Try using Archeoloon and ripples on it when necessary. Nice one. Where are we going? Oh, music. Oh my god, it's glitching out again. What the fuck? Yo, lunar chariots. Whoa. Aboard the vessel of the Welcome Moon, memories from the distant past begin to surface.
Ah, Arya. It seems you've already chosen a human form for yourself as well.
Oh shit.
You look just like I thought you might, Canon. That said, I didn't expect that you would proactively create such a form for those lovely little beings.
It is only natural, Arya. Those fragile lives trust me and call out to me, so I shall respond to their voices. We were born to preserve the world. If the beings known as humans are willing to settle it, listening to their pleas fulfills the mission our king bestowed upon us.
Yes. After all, he did say that all life across the Sea of Stars are allies. They fight alongside us against the darkness. But I wasn't talking about that. I mean, I didn't expect you, the Frost Moon, to have such a sentimental side. It's endearing.
I can see your language has already begun to be influenced by those small humans, Arya. Their words are always so ambiguous. Do not use them. I cannot comprehend what you are trying to convey by saying endearing.
Oh, come on now. Sister, shouldn't the first thing we do after shaping these bodies for ourselves be to sneak out and play with the people on the surface? Otherwise, we'll have made them for nothing. Hurry, before anyone discovers us.
It seems our dear sister simply cannot wait, Canon. Why, I remember when they first started building their civilization on the surface. You even said, that outsider is bad news, and naturally its creations are the same. You wouldn't even spare them a glance.
I love her eyeshadow.
That's a different matter. I still think you two shouldn't have let that outsider in. But the people on the surface...
As long as you have fun. Go on, and remember to stay close to Arya.
Huh? Aren't you coming with us, Canon?
That Descender's servant said that they had matters to discuss with me about this world's gravitational potential and metric tensor.
Descender's servant?
Istaroth?
Oh.
I believe that was her name.
I was kind of under the impression that... I mean, I think it was just a theory, but I'd sort of internalized it. That Istaroth had kind of been around longer. I also kind of thought that, like, the moons were gone by the time the shades were created.
Oh, you really should remember people's names, sister. And perhaps it's just my imagination, but I have a certain feeling about how she views that descender.
I won't jump to conclusions, Arya, but I'll keep an eye out.
That's good to hear.
Uh-huh.
It's nothing. We'll go on ahead then, Canon. Don't worry. Sonnet and I will bring you back a gift.
I don't need gifts. Just be careful not to be recognized.
And the big moons on their backs. Memory from the distant past fades away. Yo. Moon shape. They really want you to see that the flowers are in a moon shape, huh? Hello, good sir. Lucer, the blighted newborn.
Right here.
Oh!
Emerge.
Like a fucked up version of...
Turning point. Clouds high. The birds
of the thingy. Lucilium. Interesting. Oh, no drops. Yep, okay. Chanson of the Boatman. Oh! Oh! The boatman! That took, like, the lost souls to the moon. I am Euthyphro, hailing from Arcadia, the eternal holy city. Oh! Old Munchdat. O mother of the silver shuttle, the ever-blessed goddess Prusmini, by thy grace I take up this meagre quill to chronicle the night's final splendor. I beseech thee, grant me once more the hallowed gift of inspiration. Preserve thy devout believer, lest my soul descend beneath the silver tree, to be sullied by the dust. Oh, like lest my soul descend beneath Irminsul? O wise and radiant queen, bringer of the light, I beseech thee, deliver thus thy devout believer, that my mortal frame may find eternal rest within thy holy embrace. O wondrous Prusmini, ancient mother of the night and daughter who brings the light, mistress of the golden hall, countless times hast thou guided my vessel, permitting me to usher unsullied souls unto the lunar palace above the clouds. Thou grantest mortals slumber within thy pale embrace. Thou grantest them dreams that are theirs, and theirs alone. Yet this is to be the final night, final rest. For there sits the eternal throne in the heavens, the primordial one. O world-shaking Lord, it forges the bones of the earth. It bids all dreams return to the earth, and all dreamless things to return to the earth. It seeks to shroud the dreams of man with its own dream. That we, the mortals of this fleeting world, shall abide an age without beginning or end, passing through a life of tranquil, dreamless rest. Without beginning or end, that sounds like a loop to me. O wise and radiant queen, bringer of the light, deliver me from the hands of my dread master. For thee I have ushered the unsullied souls, for thee I have steered the silver shining ship. I beseech thee, deliver thus thy devout believer, that my mortal frame may find eternal rest within thy holy embrace. Interesting that Arcadia is considered to be the eternal holy city. Yo, the sun looks crazy. Interesting. The boatman's songhouse. But this is what the picture is of? Not what we're standing on? Also, also interesting that this is called the Golden Hall when...
Wind
Oh,
strike.
whoops, I didn't mean to do that. When the golden light of the sun is on it.
Time to go.
Aboard the vessel of the Welkin Moon, memories from the distant past begin to surface.
Sonnet, you've been ditching work and sneaking out to play with humans more and more often these past few years, haven't you?
What's the big deal? We can just leave the work to those moon envoys anyway, right? You've taken a shine to our new master sisters, and they're willing to send subordinates to share our work. So what choice do I have but to accept? Besides, you've been having a great time playing around too, Canon. You even participated in a human festival.
That was part of my duty. Their high priest called my name. It was only natural that I had to respond to their voices.
Is pretending to be an ordinary human girl and dancing in front of your own statue also one of your duties? That's news to me.
Arya,
Canon.
I wasn't asking you to call my name. Oh, forget it. Since the new moon envoy doesn't mind helping Sonnet with her work.
Zabai. Her name is Zabai. You really should remember people's names.
Since Zabai has no objections, I have nothing more to say. However, Sonnet, as the will of the moon, you must not forget the basic formula that keeps the world running.
Sonnet is the will of the moon. Interesting. So I wonder if the other two have specific, like, traits that they rule over too.
Prepare yourself. I will set you some foundational problems on verifying morphological isomorphisms. You are not to go back to the surface until you have solved them all.
Interesting. So they're kind of mathematicians here. That is like part of their work, is like complicated math shit. This really is like a computer.
How mean. You're just like a villain from an Earthbound novel, trying to drag the runaway princess back to the moon.
What she said.
You are the moon. Don't say things like that.
It's interesting that like Columbina, you know, is kind of like the frost moon goddess, because like canon by all accounts like seem to be like, I mean, like obviously like the frost moon, like she was the most frosty, she was the most reluctant. Start repair. Oh, cool. A wondrous repair tool created by the ancient dragons. Restore now ruined devices by manipulating the secret source dragon idol on the screen to collect data fragments. However, the repair might fail if you come into contact with an obstacle. This is fucking Snake! Watch out for damaged data nodes when collecting data fragments. But if you cause this corrupted data to collide with the secret source dragon idol, who knows what might happen with the repair? Can't believe I'm playing Snake in my Genshin Impact. Aw, the AI dragons. Oh dear. That one's seen better days. Man. Oh, these towers look kind of familiar. Wait, isn't this the Frostmoon Scion Sanctum? What are they even for? Paimon's kind of curious. Let's go take a closer look. That screen's still lit up over there, isn't it? So I would guess one of these fell down to Earth somehow, or was launched there. Vital signs detected. Invoking identification sequence. Error. Commencing kernel security check. Kernel security check. Failed. Central module damaged or missing. Please contact Ninkigear for maintenance. Initiating backup safety mode. My apologies. The identification sequence is currently unable to verify the visitor. Consequently, I cannot address you by your proper title. Commencing universal greeting playback. Welcome to the La Ilimu storage array number 59. Oh, Ia Ilimu. This array is primarily used to regulate the operation of the engraving and to store various research resources. Error. Critical component failure has resulted in service dependency anomalies. Main functions are currently unavailable. Please execute a self-diagnostic command to restore critical data nodes. Oh, Paimon didn't really get what it was saying, but it sounds like we just need to follow the instructions on the screen to fix this thing, right? And if this place is for storing resources, that just means it's a storehouse. Paimon bets there are all kinds of super amazing treasures nearby. Come on, let's give it a shot. Oh, that was a nice pan. Storage array self-check. Collect all data fragments. Oh, whoops, fuck. Press the wrong button. How do I... Okay. You will unlock the secret source Dragon Idol's repair functions after you pick up certain data fragments. With this function, you can fire bullets that have a deletion effect on bad data. Oh, whoops. Oh. I did it too early. Oops. I'm so good at this. Imagine if I had to do all this without dying. Bro. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I did that just in time. What? Error. Self-diagnostics will fail to execute scheduled. Huh? Is this the thing we were controlling on the screen? Cute. Ever, it seems we need to recalibrate manually. How would you just climb on his back and pop it a couple times? I somehow forgot how to speak there. Pretty music. Self-diagnostic. Repair complete. Thank you for your help. Deactivating lockdown. Error. Primary energy system not connected. Please contact Ningigia for assistance or provide an auxiliary power source. Oh, cool. That's what this is. Offer the lunar sigils you obtained on your various adventures to the ancient moon's remnant to raise its level and receive blessings from an ancient age. Whoa. Oh, we have to eliminate each thingy. The problem is that because it's like, oh, fuck. Because it moves like sort of like in the vintage like juddery way, it's like really hard to control it quickly. Like that. Bruv. Okay, that. Oh. Oh, we ate it. Nice. Yay.
Don't tell me that's everything.
Oh, nice. Cool. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
A fateful offering.
Whoa. This reminds me of the inside of Irminsul. Damn, the coloring here is really cool. Ooh, what are you? Oh, okay, you're right. Oh, I didn't have the... My brain was like, ah yes, shoot the things. You don't have the shooty stuff yet, but shoot them. Oh. Where's the way in, bro? We're here. How the fuck? Oh, here. Yay. We did it, chat. Uncollected hidden data detected. Huh. Huh, I see that. Data collection complete, engraving and data analysis complete.
A fateful offering.
Okay. What is this? Read. Ia Ilimu Storage Array Index 1. Fragmented glowing characters manifest upon the stone tablet. Index, researchers concerning life. Warning, index has expired. Please contact Nuur or Ninkigia for updates to access the main text. Self-sustaining informational processes. The selfhood and regeneration of the origin of consciousness. Maagees, Getty, Lusalim. Equivalence analysis of self-sustaining informational processes. Maagees, Getty, Lusalim. Completeless analysis based on Computronium, the schema of the self within complete metric spaces, Xiuquatl. Equivalent computation and applications of self-sustaining informational processes, Lusalim, Nuur. Oh. System log, non-public access level, Recorder Nuur. I have performed some brief deductions. It appears that Professor Maagees, researcher Maagees Getty, was on the right path after all. Mathematically, the conclusion can be formally derived that any system of sufficient complexity is computationally equivalent and possesses an indistinguishable identity in any measurable sense. In other words, a self-awareness simulated by a sophisticated mechanical or informational architecture is, by definition, no different from the consciousness of organic life. She yearns to reclaim a life from yesterday, yet the result of her realization is the genesis of a life for tomorrow. For her, what could be more ironic? Researcher Lusalim approached me today with a peculiar proposal. Based on their current findings, he claims it is theoretically possible to engrave the full measure of a researcher's affections, desires, and ideals into data. Through the application of blank, these fragments could be manifested as an immortal life. He does not mean immortality in the literal sense. After all, only a madman or a fool devoid of common sense would believe the laws of this universe permit the existence of an eternal, flawless object. Rather, he envisions a life that can re-emerge infinitely, no matter how many times it is extinguished, even if its new incarnation no longer bears the form of a dragon. In this way, he argues, the ideals of the moongazers and the aspirations of Professor Maagees could be broadcast across the ages, just like a certain beam of light drifting through the void for millions of years. He intends to name this unborn life Ninkigia, or Messenger. Well, I bet it's nothing more than a whim of pure sentiment. I told him plainly that I have no interest. I don't even understand why he chose to confide in me. Are we truly so familiar? Besides, I am a recorder, not a researcher. King Xiuquatl paid a visit today. His Highness, with his characteristic gentleness, expressed a profound interest in researcher Maagees Getty's theories, noting their parallels to his own ongoing work. He hopes to manifest life through the use of phlogiston, or what we call computronium, so that our kin upon the surface might find some small relief, and perhaps a measure of happiness. I spoke with the king at length, and I must admit the conversation was most enlightening. However, in a moment of carelessness, I mentioned researcher Lusalim's plan to him. After a moment's reflection, His Highness offered a wealth of practical, actionable suggestions. It truly was a lapse in judgment. I have already begun to regret it. I am a recorder, not a researcher. My exchange with the king was merely a slip of the tongue. I neither can nor will, nor do I have any desire to provide assistance to Lucilim's project. Yet, out of professional rigor, I have forwarded the king's suggestions to researcher Lucilim anyway. Yeah, so I was right that the two projects were connected. It's interesting we're getting to hear like what Chiquatl was like. Characteristic gentleness. And like interested in like science and projects. And like it doesn't matter like who he's talking to, like he's sort of, I get the sense from this little passage that he like he isn't like high and mighty, and that like he won't talk to people who are sort of like lower on the ranks. Like he's interested regardless. Another repair. I do really like this music. Whoop. Nice. More repair. Ugh. These are so much fucking easier. What the hell? I'm finally getting good, chat. There we go. Oh. Alright. Here, Ilimu Storage Array Index 3. Fragmented glowing characters manifest upon the stone tablet. Index. Researches concerning cognition. Center. Wait. I think this might have been an accident. I don't actually know if this is meant to be in this, because this is fucking HTML. Warning. Index has expired. Please contact Nuur Gestug or Ninkikia for updates to access the main text. Research on mass psychogenic transmissible cognitive hazards, Nuur Gestug. Induction-based suggestive cognitive construction experiments and their non-implementability, Nuur Gestug. Inverse cognitive hazards, a comparative study of 4 types of interdiction and countermeasure, Nuur Gestug. System log, non-public access level, recorder Nuur Gestug. Researcher Maagees Getty. Professor Maagees' condition is not improving. I'm so deeply restless, and my recording duties have suffered terribly because of it. Lucilim says that the word has reached King Apep, and she is oh, interesting that she's referred to as a king. I wonder if that's a translation thing, because like Chinese doesn't really have gendered terms like that. It's also interesting that it's king rather than lord. Lucilim says that the word has reached King Apep, and she has already sent her finest physicians. But what is the point? If even the 3 moon sisters left behind by Father Nibelung cannot reverse the erosion of the soul itself, what could the Lord of Dendro possibly do? To take my mind off from this sorrow, I went to ask around about Lucilim's Project Moonveil. It turns out his design is as conventionally uninspired as ever. Damn. He honestly thinks hiding our world under a false veil will keep the Dark Destroyer from noticing us. It is utterly idiotic. Idiotic, there we go. Under King Xiuquatl's rule, even a 3-year-old dragonling, once dipped in phlogiston, knows that this kind of self-delusion does nothing more than buy a little time before the inevitable doom arrives. And how long can it even last? Tens of thousands of years? Hundreds of thousands? On a cosmic scale, what's the difference? This isn't how you save a civilization. It's like hiding a hatchling inside an eggshell. In the end, it either gets sniffed out by a predator or suffocates in its own shell. Do they honestly believe this is some flawless long-term solution? Granted, I am merely a recorder, not a researcher, and I have absolutely no desire to meddle in their designs. But if a better alternative could be found, surely Father Nibelung would be pleased. Yes, this is solely for my father's pleasure. Ayo! An idea crossed my mind, though I don't know if it's truly feasible. Theoretically speaking, we could alter an observer's fundamental perception through cognitive interference, or rather, a cognitive hazard. If our planet appears to them as nothing more than a mundane, barren rock, utterly indistinguishable from any other piece of cosmic debris, they would naturally lose any curiosity to look deeper. I will give it a try. If this can actually be achieved... Failure. A complete and utter failure in principle. After exposing the subject, a deliberately hideous, colossal statue of Luceline, to cognitive contamination, the test participant, researcher Nin Kikia, successfully accepted it as a perfectly normal part of my laboratory. When I pointedly asked for her thoughts on the statue of her father, she looked entirely baffled and asked in return, "Isn't it normal for Uncle Nuur to have a statue in his lab?" And yet she immediately realised the subject was abnormal the moment she left the laboratory, and proceeded to beat me with a stick. Damn. She told me to focus on some actual work. I was focusing on actual work. Luceline, look at the daughter you raised. Even so, this experiment proves one thing. For cognitive interference to work within a specific area, the fundamental principles of perception, the natural order that governs common sense, must first take root across the entire region. To make something's existence pass for common sense within a world, and thus stifle any curiosity to look deeper, the foundational laws of reality must first pervade that world. Scaling this boundary up to the entire universe, however, would require those laws to span the entire cosmos. Naturally, the latter is utterly impossible. The heavenly principles must have, stolen this work, basically, in order to hide to that. Oh, yo. We can go inside. Self-diagnostic complete. Lockdown lifted. Since your last visit, a total of error cycles have elapsed. Cycles of what? Welcome back, Master of Flame and Wisdom, Your Majesty Xiuquatl, and your esteemed companion, the Sovereign Ruler, Your Excellency Ish Raklepuj Chuik Buluk Chuel. God, this is so hard to say. Mirror of the Dawning One. Oh, who was that? 11th. Oh, yeah, that was the other part of Inetha. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think it would be cool. Yo, what the fuck? Wait. This reminds me of two things. One, this reminds me a little bit of the inside of Irminsul. Two, it reminds me very much of inside the, what's it fucking called? Inside the Scepter of Amphorius, where Cyrene was, reading the stories, of Amphorius to her, other self. And it was being stored in, hard drives, basically. This reminds me so much of that. It's just Genshinified. This feels like a storage facility for the world. But wait, hold on, that would make sense, because, that was what the world was, that's where all the souls went. The souls went to the moon. Oh my god, my brain isn't working. The souls went to the moon before they went to Irminsul. So that would make sense of, this is where all of the memories of all of the dragons of Tevat are stored.
Accelerating.
This is wild. This is wild that you also don't unlock this until you fully level this up. I feel like so many people won't get this. Highest score? Huh. Voyage on the moon. Huh? What's that over there? A ship? Why is it here? Aha.
Yeah.
Whee. Oh, shit. Aboard the vessel of the welcome moon, memories from the distant past begin to surface.
Arya. Canon.
Uh-oh.
This was far beyond mere punishment, and not for the first time either. Be it the city of dragons our king entrusted to us, or the fragile yet beautiful homes built by those tiny humans. How many more innocent lives must you watch die before you stop standing idly by? If our king were still here.
He is not here, Sonnet. If that far from omnipotent ruler believes this pale, horrifying fate to be order, if this is the only way to save this doomed world from being devoured, then no matter how heavy the price demanded, and no matter how much sorrow that price brings me, it is far better than pitch black silence.
If the world is destined for destruction, what's the point of fighting the darkness?
Sonnet?
Nothing, Sister Arya. Forget I said anything at all. I just think we shouldn't stand by and watch as that tyrant slaughters the living beings who put their faith in us. Whether they be dragons or those tiny humans.
Yeah, I think you can already see the sort of the seeds being sown for Sonnet being lost to the abyss.
Shouldn't we save them?
I can understand Sonnet's anger, Arya. To me, what that ruler did was far too cruel. Even if there's only the slightest chance, I want to do everything in my power to save those who can be saved.
But what about those who can't be saved? Those for whom salvation does not come, whose lives were lost. Are their blood, tears, and wails of agony simply meant to vanish without a trace? No, that isn't how it should be. I wish for everyone to be saved, and for none to fall. If it's order, who would perish alongside it?
Sonnet, do not forget the reason for our birth. Our mission is solely to preserve this world until our king, who granted us life, returns from afar. We knew what this order would cost from the beginning, but we could not allow this world to march toward destruction.
No, this isn't even about order, Arya. Sonnet, to us, to me, you are our dearest little sister. So please, do not do anything that would hurt Arya and I. Do not directly defy this heavenly order. At least, not now, while the world is still so fragile.
Canon,
Istaroth told me of a word that only humans may lay claim to. Hope. As long as there is life, there is hope. There will always be hope.
So I'm guessing this is like a high school thing. Yeah, this is literally just Snake. Love this. They have the same, like, version of Snake in, whatchamacallit? ZZZ. And I used to play it all the time. When I was playing ZZZ, I used to fucking tear up that game. When you had to do, like, arcade games for dailies or whatever. I was like, yeah, let's do the Snake one. Used to play Snake for fucking hours at a time. I don't know, maybe hours. But like, I used to play Snake a lot on my Nokia 3410. Loved that game. I should at least beat the record. Excuse me, oh my god. Yeah, I always forget how crunchy my voice is in the mornings. Oh fuck, I missed that. I beat the record! Woo! Oh! I'm just too good at this. $69, nice. I'm just kind of the goat. Oh! Fuck, I fucked that one up. It's fine. Uh-oh. I want to see if I can get to 100 at least. Uh-oh. You gotta be so strategic. Oh! I looked down at the keyboard for half a second and fucked it up. That's so annoying. I almost got to 100. Ah! Mounting Python's flying circus is very funny though.
Look up there, there's a Kuhenki. It looks really scared. What? Oh, hi.
Such defiance. Our little secret.
Wind strike. Share.
Blackbody Containment Generation Station. I forgot that that wouldn't... Oh! Looks like it's guiding us. Would help if I press the right buttons, huh, chat? Monsters! Be careful!
Heaven's will, made mine. Emerge, right here. Nothing lasts forever.
Damn, that was a dramatic zoom in. Look at all those jellyfish! Why are they all crawling into that hole? Paimon's kind of curious. Why don't we go check it out? Paimon can't shake the feeling that this place is hiding something. A Blackbody Containment Generation Station? What is this place? No idea. Paimon's never heard that name before. But that doesn't matter. According to Paimon's super sharp guide intuition, a place like this has gotta be stuffed with treasure. Come on, let's go find out. Okay. And then if I... Nice, let's go. This place is so dark. Let's be careful and follow these glowing jellyfish.
Well, what do we have here? Don't tell me that's everything.
There's gotta be a way to open this door somewhere nearby. Okay. So we need another ball. So many jellyfish are trapped here.
Emerge. Begone!
Our little secret.
Stay back!
Yay. I rescued the jellyfish. Yay. You're standing... Oh, wait. Aha. Nice. Oh, why didn't that little sphere drop down? Oh! Okay. I figured it out, chat. There we go. Yay. Whoa, this is pretty cool. We made it inside. Wow, the tree is really beautiful. Paimon didn't think there'd be a place like this hidden under the lunar sea. What do you think they did here? Let's take a look around. a terminal located in the mysterious ruins waiting for visitors to arrive. Records regarding the Blackbody matter. The black, iridescent, filament-like ejector found on the outer hull of the Moongazer possessed a unique reflective property. This likely explained why the spaceship remained concealed. After Professor Ungian fused with the stellar Blackbody, his body also began secreting the same substance across its surface. Professor Maagees named it Blackbody matter. Experiments have revealed that Blackbody matter can mutually stimulate with archeoloon energy and can also fuse with plants and animals. In some fused specimens, coloration shifts from blue to black. What an astonishing property, but it may prove useful. I have always believed that transmitting signals into deep space is far too risky. There is no evidence to suggest that whatever receives those signals would necessarily bear us goodwill. On the contrary, it may invite disaster. Even so, Professor Maagees now needs more support than ever. This is her decision. I must therefore devise a safeguard, and the key lies in the properties of the Blackbody matter. Records regarding the curtain-form Blackbody containment. The ecological research team has cultivated thousands of moonshade trees. From among them, Professor Maagees' team selected compatible specimens with a high compatibility for integration with the Blackbody matter. After being stimulated by a certain intensity of archeoloon energy, this individual released diffusive waves with reflective properties. By increasing the intensity of stimulation, the specimens will continue emitting diffusive waves until a stable curtain-formed containment is formed, with a radius extending beyond the entire laboratory. This effect has already exceeded our initial expectations. The next phase of research should focus on how to further expand the range of these waves. Records regarding Project Lunar Veil Phase 1. Researcher Nuur suggested that we conduct project trials on a larger scale within the biosphere. I had thought he took no interest in anything other than stones and the dead. Still, Professor Maagees agreed, so we proceeded with it. When she asked me for a project name, I suggested Project Lunar Veil, a veil that could obscure the moon. It was a fitting name, but no one would ever guess that it actually came from Ninin. It is truly astonishing. When we were testing the curtain-formed Blackbody containment, Ninin could barely even speak. Yet when the indistinct words Lunar Veil tumbled from her lips, it was as though those innocent eyes had already understood what we were doing. It felt as if she too had come for this very purpose. Perhaps in the future, she would become a remarkable researcher in her own right. Records regarding Project Lunar Veil Phase 2. Phase 1 was a success. We created a miniature lunar veil to shroud the biosphere, but it only made me more anxious. Professor Maagees' condition continues to decline. The incident inflicted severe psychological trauma, leaving her mental state increasingly unstable. Her ongoing work is rapidly depleting her vitality, and she no longer has the luxury of time. The research team from the Eye of Ibn Bellum carried out a signal transmission for this purpose. I could neither bring myself to, nor truly had the right to, stop Professor Maagees' final wish, even if that wish did not truly come from her. I remain deeply uneasy about this transmission. The only thing left for me to do is pray to our king, who ventured into the depths of the stars, and hope that this transmission does not invite evil or disaster. Next, I had to finish the full-scale veil immediately, even though it required an energy supply several orders of magnitude greater than Phase 1. I didn't know if the moon goddesses were willing to shed their mercy upon me, but they were the only ones I had left to turn to. Nice. Looks more like Irminsul now. Huh? It looks like a transparent curtain is rising all around us. Is that tree doing this? Looks like it's spewing resin. Paimon thinks it's trying to turn this whole place into a piece of amber. That would make us the little bugs trapped inside. An amber piece with the two of us inside? Paimon bets it would definitely be the star of any auction. We'd be a one-of-a-kind treasure. Then what's the actual crown jewel? This tree, obviously. It's the one making all this amber, after all. It's a shame we can't just haul it away with us. Paimon wonders if there are any clues about it nearby. Oh. You're here. Colomina, you're here. And now you're here too. So I suppose we're here together. You say that as if you knew I'd come. I didn't know when, but I knew you'd come eventually.
Just as there is always a pull between the moon and Tivat, you always find your way to me, don't you? Come, sit with me for a while. I saved you a seat.
Interesting.
Last time we sat on your ship, we were looking at Tivat. Let's look at the stars this time. Ninin and those who came before her were drawn to those stars. There must be a different kind of gravity here. I can feel it.
Ninin and the message she sent.
Don't worry, she's not in any danger. She travelled very, very far in safety. So far that I can no longer sense the power I used to guide her on her way. But I'm curious.
About what?
All kinds of things. For instance, would a message from a moongazer ever be received by someone else? Whoever receives it, or whatever else may receive it, who might they be? What would they think? Would they know love and hatred just like us? Would they still be drawn to the beautiful yet mysterious sky above, even with the abyss closing in around them, just like us? Would they, like us, also want to find others, wave at them, and say, "Hello, friend, I'm happy to meet you"? Out there, in the depths of this starry sky, are there still civilizations untouched by the darkness?
I think there are. Our ship once received a message.
What kind of message?
Almost all of its meaningful content was lost. But it must have come from an intelligent civilization.
Lost? Was it because it had travelled too far? Still, even this much is encouraging enough.
It was this fucking planet! Oh my god.
By the way, Harley. Your birthplace. It's out there too, isn't it? If one day you decide to return to where your journey began, to clean it up, I'd be glad to lend a hand, just like how you helped me clean the moon.
Then I won't forget to invite you.
And another party?
And another party.
Then, what do you think of calling it Home Returning Night?
What if it's during the day?
Then we'll celebrate all day until night falls. We can invite all our good friends.
Sounds like it's going to be very fun.
May that night arrive beneath clear skies, with friends reunited.
Aha. Nice. Huh? Maalaus? You're here too? We didn't expect to run into you on the moon.
So Columbia brought you here, right? She did say she'd take you to the moon for your exhibition.
Right, speaking of the exhibition, where are your paintings?
What's wrong?
Don't tell me they're lost. How could that happen? We're on the moon. They couldn't have been stolen, right? Anyway, let's help Maalaus look for them first. Maybe they just got left somewhere nearby. I wonder if you have to have done a certain number of the Selenic Chronicles in order to get this quest. Unclear.
Maalaus, look! We found all your paintings and brought them back.
Don't need to thank us. We had a hand in these paintings too, after all. Since when can you understand what Paimon is saying? Maalaus is saying Paimon, the other way around. Come on, we've been to the Silver Moon Hall together so many times already. It's not that surprising I'd start getting what Maalaus means, right? So what did Maalaus say happened to the paintings? Well, let Paimon try to interpret. Maalaus says maybe other Kuhenki stole them.
Or maybe those fancy transport things on the moon took them. Or maybe Columbina stole them. Hey, that's definitely not true. Huh? Oh. Did I get it wrong after all? So it was just wild guessing. Learning a foreign language isn't that easy, you know? All Paimon needs is a good teacher. When the time comes, Paimon's gonna get Columbina to teach her properly. The moon falls 1,000 times?
A fateful offering.
Aww. Hehehehe. Can observe them all. They're all just hanging out. Being gals. Wait, some snacks? Neatly arranged Sora's crackers. Beside them, a message is scribbled on the ground in slime condensate. They're all for you, Eggy. Wait, why is that making me emotional? I don't like that. This looks just like the bit going to the moon's core from before. Yeah. There's a whole upside down forest here. Look, is that Kuhenki being captured?
Time to go.
Shelter of the Blackbody. Soothe. Okay. Oh. Yay.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Wait. Where do I get more thingies? Oh. Was I supposed to do that? Oh. Okay. Oops. Uh-huh. Oh wait, no. Oh no, it's fine. Yay. Oh wait, that thing is on us. Oh wait, no, it's fine. Okay.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Thanks.
I think not. Right here.
Hanky just hanging around like, hey, what's up?
Heaven's will made mine.
Leave it to me!
Nice.
A fateful offering.
Okay, now what the fuck? Ooh. Well, I want that. Did we just set off the alarm? Watch out! Oh, rip.
Emerge, right now.
Leave it to me! Yeah.
Alarm cleared, lift operation has been restored. Cool.
A fateful offering.
Read info. Greenhouse Research Log 1. Day 1. The surface of Containment Object 1 is glossy black. Its morphology remains indeterminate and exhibits irregular wave-like fluctuations. Tests produced no response to auditory, visual, or physical stimuli. No food or water intake was observed today. Day 30. Containment Object 1 vibrated at a high frequency when shown starfield footage with visible celestial bodies for around 10 seconds. The corresponding frequency band has been entered into the spectrometer. Day 37. The Eye of Ibn Bellum team has decoded the vibration frequency. To our surprise, it was a message in our language. Roughly translated, it reads, "I'm glad this message reached you." Ungi? Is that really you? What are you trying to tell us? That he's glad this message reached us? Recorded by Maagees Getty. Greenhouse Research Log 2, Day 89. Containment Object 1 began to exhibit rapid deterioration after emitting decodable information for nearly a month, and various physiological indicators have now reached critical levels. Immediate extraction of medullary tissue is required in order to identify a possible means of recovery. Day 92. The medullary tissue extracted from Containment Object 1 consists of black, variegated, filamentous ejecta? What the fuck are these words? That exhibit the characteristics of an information-bearing organism. I have named this substance Blackbody matter. It is this substance that drives the vibrational transmission of information by Containment Object 1. Day 98. Phase 1 experiments confirm that pure energy increases black body matter activity, and in particular, the archeoloon energy contained in biological organisms produces a stronger response. Ungi, maybe this is why you ended up like this. That thing you found, it thirsts for our bodies. Recorded by Maagees Getty. Greenhouse Research Log 3, Day 107. Professor Maagees has fallen into a coma. It has just come to my knowledge that she had been using her own body to feed Containment Object 1. She's out of her mind. That thing isn't Professor Ungi anymore. I will be taking over the research from here on. Day 137. Damn it! That knuckle-dragger Karlag has taken control of the biosphere. She's actually blaming our loss of control over the moonlit vines on so-called blackbody contamination caused by Professor Maagees' misguided research. The idiocy! Who gave her permission to be here? Did one of the kings decide that our ideas are no longer worth supporting? Day 138. The biosphere is no longer safe. There is an enemy among us. Containment Object 1 is to be transferred to another location today. Recorded by Lusalim. The analysis results are in. The low-frequency waves emitted by that body are no longer Ungi's groans. They are a kind of warning signal. The messenger bearing this warning, the stellar blackbody, fused within Ungi, is the entity carrying out this function. Me. Oh, zoom. He got fucking squashed. Bang my head. Whoa, nice. Aha. What the fuck? Oh, read info. Here we go. It was the fall of a star. It was the soul of a star. It calls to me, as broth calls to the table. Ah, I hear you, O Yusnakorel, ruler of Throg. Pitch black darkness has swallowed you. Then carry the message with you. Bad Uru Namu Ungian Blackbody. You are me, and I am you. I was under the impression that Yusnakorel was Phanes, but this kind of feels like it might be Nibelung. Which I guess would work with how Nibelung is very, like, Germanic, Nordic.
and Phanes is much more Greek. So does this mean that Ungian merged with a part of Nibelung, maybe? That maybe, like, Ungian going out into the world with that message was what ultimately brought Nibelung back and brought his wrath and, like, started the War of Funerary Flame. Unless it wasn't Nibelung. Like, I kind of feel like maybe it wasn't Nibelung who came back. Maybe it was an abyssal mimic of him. And he's still out in the universe somewhere.
Records left in the terminal. The Archeoloon energy disturbance is growing at an accelerating rate. In severe cases, this can lead to an energy storm. This is a new phenomenon that was not observed at the time of our first arrival on the moon. Kalag insists the cause is Blackbody contamination from Ungian's circle. The origin, then, naturally lies with Ungian himself, and with the mysterious visitor he brought back from outer space. Kalag may be an imbecile, but not even she would believe that. It is simply not possible that contamination from a single site can cause a power anomaly that has covered almost the entire lunar surface. She's only saying that because it gives her a reason to remove Maagees' people from the biosphere, and I doubt she is acting alone. King Xiuquatl has always favoured Ungian and Maagees. Kalag would never have dared to make a move against them without solid backing. But that is a matter for another time. For now, the most important thing is to complete the development of the inhibitory field device. This must be done as soon as possible before we end up delaying every other project on the moon. And one more thing. Yes, I know this is an irresponsible conjecture, but is it possible that the Archeoloon energy disturbance is actually coming from the Moon Maiden over at the Lunar Palace? The palace sits right over the Moonheart after all, like a spring above its source. I hear that one of Maagees' students has been visiting the Lunar Palace rather often recently. If somehow... No, I honestly cannot imagine why he would do such a thing. And certainly not the kind of circumstances that would make the Moon Maiden agree to something like this.
Such defiance. Our little
Ebony.
secret. Emerge.
Right,
Right
newborn.
here. Right
Yeah.
now.
All of these are like versions of that didn't come to pass.
The sealed environment has been maintained for over blank hours. The primary ecological cycling array is functioning normally, and the filtration manifold shows no significant damage. Conditions remain within the tolerable range for surface life forms. Plant growth is thriving, and self-sufficiency appears achievable. However, the hydroponic nutrient formula still requires recalibration. Records left in the terminal. Professor Maagees has successfully operated on Containment Object 1 using an emerging unproven biotechnology. She has managed to turn it into something completely new. A living being that is the total fusion of Archeoloon energy and Blackbody matter. That little onyx creature grows bigger with every passing day. Maybe one day it will even be bigger than the sky itself. But we all know that no matter what it becomes, it would never be the Professor Ungian we knew. I only hope Kalag's security force does not learn of this. Otherwise, even Project Lunar Veil won't be safe from the fallout. They don't have access to my lab yet, so they shouldn't be looking here. At least for now.
Smile to my face.
Records left in the terminal. Today, I will bid farewell to Professor Maagees. In accordance with her wishes, I will perform that operation of creation on her later today, just as she once did when she created Ungi. This is something I have to do for myself, for it is what Professor Maagees wants. The experience I gain from the operation will be vital to the upcoming Project Moongazer, particularly to the work of creating life itself. This is also in line with King Xiuquatl's wise counsel. For so long, I believed her insistence on sending that message was simply grief turned into obsession, the fixation of a human being who had lost the one she loved. But then she showed me the entirety of the message brought by the stellar Blackbody. It was only then that I finally understood what she had been reaching for. I understand now, too, why the Eye of Ibn Bellum team chose to stand with her, even if that meant defying Kalag's security force, and even though to the first Moongazers, both she and Professor Ungian were considered traitors. The pioneer Ibn Bellum once proclaimed to the researchers who had set foot on the moon, "The sky of stars above our heads was born not of the king's dreams. It hath ever been there, mysterious and silent, awaiting the day its children would look up in curiosity." Yes, my teachers were much like children of the stars. They loved the starry sky with such devotion that, from where I stood behind them, I could almost glimpse the shape of the universe in their silhouettes. My dear teachers, it has been my honor to spend this time with you on the moon. Though you are now gone, your will remains. I, Luceline, your student, will see it carried forth. Wait. Why is there nothing here?
Time to go.
Aha! This ball is here for some fucking reason. If this ends up not being the solution, I don't know what the fuck else to do. Come on, bro. Jesus Christ. I don't think that was the intended solution, but I don't know what the intended solution was. Something was supposed to happen with these. I don't know what the fuck what. Okay. Fucking... First of all, those were not there before. Oh, I'm just about to die because of this fucking cutscene. I'm gonna crash out.